Oh, hello, this is Tak Chong from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. A couple of days ago, I received a comment on my channel. It said that I noticed that you use oyster sauce and hoisin sauce in combination in many of your dishes. I have seen your individual videos on oyster sauce as well as on hoisin sauce. However, you never really talk about how you use them together. Can you give me some general principles or guideline in combining these two different sauces? And this is an excellent question, and I'm going to address this point in this video. For those of you who are new to my channel, you can take a look at this video about oyster sauce. I also have another video that I discuss hoisin sauce. Both oyster sauce and hoisin sauce originated from the southern part of China, and mainly in a province known as the Guangdong province. People living in that province speak mainly a version of Chinese known as Cantonese. Many of the early immigrants came to the United States are from that province. So if you go to many Chinatown in different cities in the United States, you find most people speak Cantonese. The city Hong Kong is located in the southern region of the Canton province. I grew up in Hong Kong, so I also speak Cantonese. Because of their origin, both hoisin sauce as well as oyster sauce used primarily in Cantonese cooking. Both of these sauces has achieved great popularity not just in China but all over the world. In fact, now you can buy both oyster sauce and hoisin sauce from the supermarkets such as Walmart. Both oyster sauce and hoisin sauce are made by a brand known as Li Kam Gi. And for Cantonese pronunciation, it will be Lei Gam Gei. As you would expect, that there is a great deal of fluctuation in the price of these sauces. Most regular supermarkets that carry these sauces tend to have a higher price. If you purchase it online, it is also more expensive. Here is a combo version that you can buy on Amazon that comes with both the oyster sauce and the hoisin sauce. If you go to Asian grocery store or supermarkets, they are less expensive. I find the cheapest way to buy them is buy them in cans. They both come in cans that are 5 pounds in size. Again, you will find them far less expensive if you purchase them from, again, the Asian supermarket or grocery stores. The 5-pound cans work really well. I transfer them into a container and put them in the refrigerator, and I use the sauce to fill squeeze bottles, which make dispensing them much easier. Both of these sauces are quite thick, making them pouring from a bottle quite a challenge. Both are a little bit thicker than ketchup, so you get an idea how difficult it is when you try to pour them in a precise amount. And now the oyster sauce always comes in a bottle, or occasionally you will find them that packaged in a squeeze bottle. Therefore, I always transfer the oyster sauce that I purchase from the store and put them into a squeeze bottle. However, the Li Kam Gi hoisin sauce is already packaged in a squeeze bottle. Since I purchased both of my oyster sauce and hoisin sauce in cans, so I always transfer them into my own squeeze bottles. Once I open the hoisin sauce as well as the oyster sauce from the can, I store them in plastic containers like this. This plastic container actually comes from some peanuts that I purchased from Sam's Club. I have stored them in the refrigerator, and I find that they last up to a year or longer. However, I usually use all of them up in about 6 months. Using a sauce in stir-fry is the most convenient way to create the flavor that you enjoy. However, most sauces that you purchase, such as the orange chicken sauce that I've shown earlier or teriyaki sauce, they already come with a defined flavor. It leaves you with limited possibilities. I think the reason of the popularity of oyster sauce is its flexibility in creating different flavors. Now, if you taste oyster sauce, you find that it has a relatively salty flavor, very similar to soy sauce, but it is more savory and the flavor is more complex. It is not a sauce that you will use for dipping. It is a sauce definitely designed primarily for cooking. It is probably the most frequently used sauce for stir-frying. And by adding different amount of the sauce to the stir-frying, you can adjust the flavor of the dish. From just a slight hint of the oyster sauce flavor to something that is fairly strong. I find it particularly valuable for cooking vegetables, whether it is a single vegetable or a vegetable medley. By just adding a small amount of oyster sauce, you can greatly enhance the natural flavor of the vegetables. And different vegetables will require different amount. And you can always experiment to find the amount that you prefer, or what might work best for a particular vegetable. And of course, you can do the same with different type of meat, seafood, as well as with fried rice. Again, the main characteristic of oyster sauce is to add saltiness as well as a slight savory flavor to the dish. It is a superior sauce to use in comparison to soy sauce. Of course, quite often people combine oyster sauce and soy sauce together. As oyster sauce brings savory flavor to a dish, a hoisin sauce brings sweetness to a dish. In comparison to oyster sauce, hoisin sauce is a relatively mild-tasting sauce. It is frequently used as a dipping sauce, and it is common to find that restaurants will have a bottle of hoisin sauce right on the table. However, people rarely cook with hoisin sauce alone, because for most people, hoisin sauce is a little bit too sweet. A hoisin sauce basically is a sauce with different spices and with a heavy dose of sugar. So in the case of cooking, you can consider hoisin sauce could be served as an alternative in adding sugar to the dish. However, it is better than sugar because it creates a more complex flavor. And therefore, when you combine oyster sauce and hoisin sauce together, you create a signature of a teriyaki sauce. There are many ways to create teriyaki sauce, but the combination of oyster sauce and hoisin sauce is a quick and easy way. And by adjusting the ratio between oyster sauce and hoisin sauce, you can create a specific signature for your teriyaki dish. For my personal preference, I use 2 parts of oyster sauce and 1 part of hoisin sauce to create a light version of a teriyaki sauce. This is just about the right amount of sweetness for me. But for some people who like their teriyaki sauce sweeter, they will add more hoisin sauce. And if you like it really sweet, then you can fortify it with sugar. And if you want it saltier, you can add soy sauce. I frequently use dark soy sauce to make it saltier as well as to give it a dark coloration. I constantly make adjustment to the ratio of oyster sauce and hoisin sauce, depending on the food ingredients that I use in the dish. And I constantly make adjustment with other seasoning agents as well. And this is the flavor chasing aspect of my fast cooking system. So in summary, you can use the oyster sauce to season anything that you stir frying in the wok. And in my case, I rarely use hoisin sauce alone. I use oyster sauce and hoisin sauce in combination to create teriyaki flavor. So to the viewer who wrote me with that question, I hope that I have provided you with an adequate answer. I post a video every day to demonstrate my fast cooking system, which is flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. If you'd like to learn more and to adopt this cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow.